Hey everyone, welcome back. We're ready for another deep dive, and this time we're going to be taking a look at DeepSeek AI.
That's right.
This new AI it's causing quite a stir, and we're going to break down exactly why.
Yeah.
So we've got this fascinating article. It's called DeepSeek AI, 10 Game-Changing Lessons for Organizations.
Okay.
It's by Amr Farag. He's an organizational development consultant. So he really knows his stuff when it comes to, how businesses operate and how they need to change. And this deep dive, I think, is going to be really valuable for anyone, whether you're, a tech enthusiast or you're just trying to stay ahead of the curve in the business world.
I think it is.
So let's jump right in.
All right.
One of the things that really struck me about this article was that it's not just about the technology itself, right? Like DeepSeek is cool and all.
Oh, yeah.
But what Farag is really getting at is like how businesses need to adapt. Like their whole mindset needs to shift.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the most important things that Farag points out is that just waiting to see how DeepSeek plays out, just waiting to see what happens is already a mistake.
Okay, that's interesting. So you're saying like even if you're not directly involved with AI right now, you still need to be paying attention.
Exactly. Like in today's world, things move so fast, right? It's like if you're waiting to learn from a race, after it's already finished, you've already missed all the strategies, the key moves, You got to be in it to win it.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that apply to DeepSeek? Like what are the moves that businesses need to be making right now?
Well, Farag, he really emphasizes this idea of real-time data analysis. It's not enough to just look at data from the past. Organizations need to be able to analyze what's happening right now and make decisions in the moment. That's the key to staying ahead of the competition.
So it's kind of like navigating traffic, right?
Exactly.
Like if you're using a GPS app that gives you real-time updates, you can adjust your route, avoid getting stuck in traffic jams.
Totally.
But if you're just using an old map, you're going to be way behind.
Exactly. In business, that means using data to react quickly to changes in the market, new competitors, even just shifts in customer preferences.
Okay, so it's about being agile.
Agile and responsive.
Yeah, like iterate or stagnate, right?
Absolutely. That's a core concept here. Companies need to be constantly learning, adapting based on what's happening right now, not yesterday. And, I think a great example of this is DeepSeek itself. Think about their launch. They didn't just release a perfect product out of nowhere. They were probably constantly iterating, learning, adapting as they went.
Right, yeah. They were probably using their own AI insights to, figure out what was working, what wasn't working, and then, make changes on the fly.
Exactly. And, it makes me think about another important point that Farag brings up, which is breaking down silos within organizations.
Okay, so what does that mean exactly?
Well, it means that different departments development, marketing, sales, customer support, they all need to be working together seamlessly.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about the people, the culture,
It's the whole ecosystem.
The ecosystem, yeah.
They all need to be in sync.
Got it. And why is that so important? Why are silos such a problem?
Well, think about it this way. If you've ever worked on a project, right, where information wasn't being shared effectively.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's so frustrating. And it slows everything down. It's the same thing in business, right? Especially in the fast-paced world of AI where things are changing constantly.
You need everyone on the same page.
You got to be communicating, sharing information, aligning their efforts. And, DeepSeek's success probably hinges on that, on that effective collaboration.
I bet. Another thing that I found really interesting in the article is this idea that AI solutions need to actually solve real problems for customers, right? It's not just about showcasing flashy technology just because you can.
It's got to be useful.
It's got to be useful. It's got to have a purpose. And it seems like DeepSeek really gets that,
Yeah.
With its focus on providing actionable insights. It's not just about collecting data. It's about helping businesses make better decisions.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about being agile, breaking down silos, focusing on real problems. What else do organizations need to keep in mind as they, start to integrate AI solutions like DeepSeek into their operations?
Well, I think risk management is a big one, right?
Yeah. Like potential downsides.
Yeah, you got to think about the potential downsides. So ensuring a smooth adoption, minimizing any potential problems, that's key.
Yeah, because AI is powerful, but it could also be, it can also have unintended consequences if it's not implemented carefully.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is actually where collaboration comes in again. Like partnering with other companies or experts, it can really help organizations scale faster, get a stronger position in the market. They can learn from each other's mistakes.
Well, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. And, I wouldn't be surprised if DeepSeek's launch, involved strategic partnerships just
Yeah.
like that. They probably leveraged existing expertise and resources to make sure their launch went smoothly.
Right, right. And it all comes back to this idea of strategic foresight, right? Like Farag talks about this a lot in the article.
He does.
It's not just about reacting to what's happening right now. It's about anticipating and preparing for the future. Like,
Huh.
always looking ahead and asking what's next. And I bet that DeepSeek operates with this principle.
If they gotta, to stay ahead, you gotta be thinking ahead.
Yeah. And that brings us to another important point. Company culture.
Ah, yes.
Organizations that embrace change, learning, adaptability, those are the ones that are going to thrive in this age of AI.
The ones who can roll with the punches. Think about the most adaptable people you know.
I know, right?
They're probably the ones who are most successful.
Yeah.
The same principle applies to businesses, especially in the world of AI where things change so quickly.
So true.
Like DeepSeek, it's just one example, but it's like a sign of things to come. The whole landscape is shifting.
Right. And we can't forget about the ethical considerations, right?
Oh, that's huge.
Like transparency, responsibility, trust. Those are so important when it comes to AI.
Absolutely. And, I think DeepSeek's launch is a great example of how to do it right.
Really?
Like, they're not just focused on the technology, they're also thinking about the ethical implications. And that's how it should be.
So it's like a blueprint for responsible AI development.
In a way, yeah.
I like that. Okay, so to kind of wrap things up here, I think what we've learned today is that DeepSeek's launch, it's not just about a single AI product, right? It's a case study in how organizations need to think and operate in this world that's being increasingly shaped by AI.
Totally. Like, regardless of your industry or your specific role, these lessons are valuable for anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely, and I think that's a perfect place to leave it for today.
But hey, before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Imagine a future where businesses operate like DeepSeek, constantly iterating, collaborating, focusing on ethical solutions.
That's interesting.
Think about that. What role would you play in that world?
Oh, that's a really thought-provoking question. I love it. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into DeepSeek AI. It's been a really fascinating conversation. And until next time, keep exploring this amazing, ever-evolving world of AI, because it's only going to get more exciting from here.
It is.
See ya.
Bye.